boys, welcome to episode like 14 of having no fixed microphone. So as you probably know, Free Comic Book Day was May 5th. It is now May 8th. So I'm a little late putting this video up, but you know what? I thought I would show you what I did on Free Comic Book Day. Me and my friends went to 4 comic book stores. I only filmed 3 though. I didn't film the last one because, I don't know, I'm lazy. So I did vlog it, so enjoy our trip to the first one. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. So there are 3 comic shops. One on Road A, okay, and then 2 on Road B. Sure. And they form an L. And you know what L stands for, right? LIT BOYZ!
I'm so lit right now, your life is so boring. While you're sleeping on me, I can hear you snoring.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I gotta make a check, cut it like a bayonet. See it straight ahead and keep it crawling, taking baby steps. I made a bet that I'll be playing in the main event. Every day I take a breath and don't know if I made a dent. Those are darker days before it's paying automatic. So
the first store we went to was a store that is family owned, and that's really cool to support family owned businesses, especially family owned comic businesses. I didn't get a lot from there because, you know, I'm cheap, but I did get a few things from there which I would like to show you. So one cool thing they were doing is that if you spent $5 or more, you could get a free graphic novel, which I'm not going to show you what I bought just yet, but the free graphic novel I got was Sigil or Sigil. It's by CrossGen, which is I believe it's a Marvel imprint, and I heard that this is sort of like a female Doctor Strange-esque type time travel type thing, which, hey, it's free. By the time we got to this place, a lot of the free comics were already sold out, but I still got Shadow Roads. And the reason I got this, I don't know who this is from. This is from Oni Press. The reason I got this is because, I mean, the cover just looks cool. It kind of reminds me of like a Western, which we'll get into more Westerns. There's gonna be a lot of Westerns in this video, I'm just letting you know. So, I mean, the title kind of reminded me of like a Western-esque type situation. And then, of course, I got ya boy 007, James Bond, which, oh, Warren Ellis did this, I had no idea. Which this is by Dynamite Comics. You know, I really want to start getting into more obscure comic titles, or obscure comic companies like, you know, Oni Press, Dynamite, Dark Horse, you know, some of Image, some of the underdogs. I know a lot of you probably won't consider Image or Dark Horse underdogs, but don't forget, you're a comic book fan, okay? Everyone knows who Marvel is now, and DC. The average American still does not know Image Comics. How did I buy this? I had to spend $5 on something, and I did. My friend Mitch has a character that me and my other friends jokingly tease him for liking, called the Black Knight. Now, I know there's probably some Black Knight fans out there. Hold on, you'll have your turn. I always joke with my friends that my Black Knight, the comic character that I like that's sort of embarrassing to like, is the Two Gun Kid, which, if you don't know, the Two Gun Kid is basically a Western character created by Marvel Comics who basically travels through time sometimes and joins up with the Avengers, usually She-Hulk and stuff like that, and his crew usually consists of the Rawhide Kid and Kid Colt. People must have really loved the Kid mantra back in the Western days because it's just the Rawhide Kid, Kid Colt, Two Gun Kid, Apache Kid, Western Kid. I like the Two Gun Kid, and I want to know more about him and his crew. And in doing some research, I found out that Rawhide Kid was weirdly part of Marvel Max. What the Marvel Max imprint was basically Marvel's first attempt to do a rated R adult comic series. Obviously, like the characters like the Punisher or Deadpool or Phantom X, really, you know, it was really good for their titles because they're more R-rated anyway. I think the best thing that Marvel Max has ever done was introduce us to Jessica Jones from the Alias comics. The TV show is primarily based off of the Alias series under the Marvel Max imprint. But Rawhide Kid? You're gonna do a Rawhide Kid Max comic? That's just weird. That's like doing a Howard the Duck Max. Oh, you son of a bitch. So yeah, you're gonna see more Westerns as I go on. Funny story, they were hosting this raffle, and then the winner gets a short box with all of the Free Comic Book Day comic books in it. We were the last ones to put our tickets in. Like, the raffle was at 4. At 3:59, we finally threw our tickets in. They mixed it up, and what do you know? My friend David freaking got it.
Give a fuck about your feelings, I'ma win the day. Motherfucking CEO, better win the day. Days only the
That's dope. Long long box.
I was not expecting to win. I just dropped the ticket in and they picked my number. So I'm like, oh.
So congrats to David, Mr. Uncaged Games. Yeah, he's got a pretty good haul, you know. Pretty good haul, but look at this.
It's a
got
whole box of goodies.
Whole box of goodies.
Now we gotta go to the next location.
Our second destination was 2nd and Charles, which is a bigger store, which I didn't get anything from there, but I still vlogged it. My friend Mitch got a ton from there, so here's that.
Here to get a net worth. Couple hundred records got me weathered to the pressure. Guess they never stopping playing me. Had to hack my way to green. Music's tough to make a G. I just made 15 in a week. Tiny steps turn into massive wins. Keep coming back again. Never passive, just action attacking it. Yeah.
Anyway, after that, we went to a third comic store, and there I did get some stuff. So here's some vlog footage of that.
Try to get in the door, but I don't want any more. Whoa, quick decide to get off the floor or die regretting the chore. Whoa, don't know why I'm here today. I should have been running away. No, whatever the reason I needed to be here, I'm steady just winning the day. Whoa.
So at this third comic store, they were pretty much out of the free comics that were being given to everybody. But one thing they had was just cases of long and short boxes of just $1 comics. All of those dollar comics were free. You know, I didn't get like any golden nuggets out of it, but here are some things I did get. I got Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man and the Man-Thing, and I'm pretty sure this is a reprint because I doubt this is the original. I could be wrong, but I've seen this cover before, and if it's the original, I think it would be more than free. I also got Hyperion, number 5. For those of you who don't know, Hyperion is, you know, a lot of people call the Sentry Marvel's Superman. I disagree, because the Sentry has a really cool and original origin. Hyperion does not. I think Hyperion is definitely Marvel's Superman. Now, for those of you who don't know who Hyperion is, I mean, I basically just told you. He's Marvel's Superman. He's basically an alien from another world whose planet was dying and then was sent to Earth by his parents and then adopted by humans on Earth. He has strength, super speed, he has a laser vision. He's Superman. He is literally Superman. He's also the leader of the Justice League, the Squadron Supreme, who I believe also had a Max imprint. So yeah, I didn't really know why I picked this up. I think it's because I'm a sucker for romance. Yeah, sue me. You know, I like the cover. He's kissing Thundra, which, by the way, Thundra is a cool comic book character. I think she's a very underrated comic book character. And that's, honestly, that's probably the main reason I picked up this comic, is because I like Thundra much more than Hyperion. But it's a nice comic. It's kind of cute. But it's a nice comic. It's kind of cute. They're kissing, whatever, you know. Now, another thing I got, because it was free, why not, was I got XO Manowar number 36, which is the third part of Dead Hand. Like, I got number 36 part 3, so this is... I honestly don't know why I got this. I sort of like XO Manowar. I think he's sort of like... He's basically like this Viking who got alien armor and then was transported to the future where he lives now. It's really interesting. It's an interesting story. I'm not huge into Valiant comic characters, and that's not because I don't want to be. I actually really want to get into Valiant because I think Valiant's the strongest up-and-comer, you know, when it comes to the comic industry. I think it's Marvel and then DC, and I think Valiant's right behind them, to be honest with you. So I got XO Manowar. Probably the best thing I got from here was, I'm a Western nut, DC Comics All-Star Western number 1. That's Jonah Hex on the cover right there, and that's Gotham, the western city of Gotham behind him. I think that's really cool. It's a number 1 issue, and it's All-Star Western. You know what? I'll take it. This is probably the best thing I got from that store, and I'm really excited about reading it because, look, I love Westerns. I have a Fistful of Dollars poster right there by my bed, and it's one of my favorite posters ever. I got that at a record store in Florida. Kind of random, but they had it, and I'm like, hell yeah, I want that. Like I said, I went to a 4th store but didn't film it. I could have just made this easier and said that I went to 3 stores and I bought the 3 things, but I'm not a liar. So we had to go through some pretty sketchy areas of where we live to get to this comic shop, but in the end, it was worth it because it was pretty dope. And what did I get? You know what I got, son. I got Great Lakes Avengers number 1. That's right. And it's not just the Great Lakes Avengers number 1, it's the variant edition of Great Lakes Avengers number 1. Marvel did a bunch of hip-hop variants for their comic titles, and this one is based off of MC Lyte's album cover. You know my Great Lakes Avengers, best Avengers team, hands down. I still stand by that. And of course, after I got friggin' West Coast Avengers number 46, I'm gonna get Great Lakes Avengers number 1. This is obviously, you know, the reboot of the series, but you know what? Great stuff. I loved it. You know what? That was pretty much my comic day. After that, we pretty much just chilled. I didn't get as much compared to my friends who got a ton. So this is our haul. This little section here is mine. This giant section here is all Mitch. And then this even bigger box here with all this comic book is David. You know.
I didn't really want to take it all out. So.
Exactly. Got freaking Black Knight variant covers.
Sure got more Black Knight. A lot of comics this year.
A lot of comics. Yeah, you won the lottery.
I did.
Because there were a lot of deals like buy 10 comics, get 10 free, and especially at a place like Second and Charles where a comic is only 95 cents, they went ham. For me, I'm cheap. So all in all, guys, that's pretty much it. Clever catchphrase. I'll see you later.
Day. Putting in the work while I made a day. I don't wanna, but I do it anyway. Got the blood, sweat, and tears, I don't wanna wait. I've been crushing all my fears when I win the day.
Oh, there's one other thing I want to mention here. This probably won't go in the video, but I've had a rough couple of days, the past 2 days, you know, with this whole YouTube thing. Because I'm trying to do this full time, and I'm also doing my real film stuff. And it's easy for people to look at you and be like, oh, psh, look at this millennial kid, doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Look at this millennial kid who thinks he can be a YouTuber or a filmmaker or the next Spielberg or whatever. Listen to me when I tell you to not listen to those people. Because I just happened to waltz in on my old job just to get some of my old videos, you know, for my portfolio. And then someone had the audacity to come up to me and say, so what are you doing now? And I told her, I'm like, I'm doing YouTube, doing films, doing weddings, you know, getting paid to do commercials and weddings and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, starving artist, living in your car type thing. Which, by the way, I don't think she intended it to be incredibly rude, but it was incredibly rude. My friends and family both attested to that. But here's the thing. It's easy to settle down and give up on your dreams. It's easy to do that. It's easy to get comfortable. I'm not comfortable right now, and I don't plan on being comfortable for pretty much the rest of my life until I retire on a beach somewhere. It's easy to settle. It's easy to get comfortable, but comfort's the enemy. I know this sounds like cookie cutter, fortune cookie bullshit, but trust me, if you fail at your dreams, guess what? Keep doing it. Keep doing it and keep failing and failing until you succeed. And if you keep failing, because you know what? I would rather live in a car than in a fucking cubicle. That's your life lesson for the day. The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.